Guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be benchmarking Final Fantasy XVI on PC, running an overclocked MSI Surpim RTX 5080 graphics card and Ryzen 7 9900X2 CPU. So firstly, as always, I'll start off by showing you the graphics settings really quickly. Alright, so we are running a render resolution of 3040 by 2160 and my 4K 154Hz display. We're running HDR, we can wait a couple days for that to process on YouTube. No VSync, we are running DLA, so native 4K. No frame generation. Chromatic aberration and NVIDIA native turned off, and the NVIDIA lower fixed latency is on, and all the advanced graphics settings are all the high preset, which is high spatial settings, with screen space reflections and ambient occlusion and bloom shader enabled, and no variable rate shading, which would obviously be a handicap there. So we're going to test out 4K native. We'll try out DLSS quality mode as well, and we'll see how it runs in place. But enjoy, guys.
We don't have time for this.
Reset the afterburner here. There are some cutscenes here which lower the FPS from what I understand, so let's just be a quick benchmark to see how everything runs and plays. And we'll try to skip the cutscenes here to maintain our benchmark as much as possible. This game was always known to have some frame stutters and hitching, so we'll skip these cutscenes here.
To the gates! Quickly!
Focus on gameplay. Alright, reset the afterburner. Overall, I mean, I'm not all that impressed by this title. I've never really been a huge Final Fantasy fan. This is more so just to benchmark the title, see how everything runs and plays. Again, we'll skip the cutscenes here.
You don't get to die here, Wyvern. Move!
Reset the afterburner one more time. It's a nice caption.
Anytime, Wyvern.
Where am I going? So it looks like 4K native, we're maintaining around 56 FPS here. 1% low sitting at 38. So many cutscenes, man. It's hard to benchmark this title. Sorry for these interruptions, guys. Okay, so it looks like
I'm not sure. I need to speak with Father.
obviously there's a totally different scene here. But 4K native seems to be averaging just under 60 FPS.
Preparation is key. We must be ready to launch at any time.
Trying to figure out how to get to the options menu here.
You don't need to tell this one,
System. Alright, so now sorry, this is not exactly the most intuitive menu system here. Let's turn on frame generation. Reset the afterburner. And that seems to boost our frames per second from just under 60
Remember,
upwards of 100. Again, this is going to be a really quick benchmark. I know it's not exactly the best benchmark there is because of the fact that I had to skip so many cutscenes.
Let's hope the side entrance is still open.
It looks like now we're just over 118 here.
Nothing down there but rats and rogues, my lord.
Alright, so now let's try DLSS quality mode, and without frame generation. Turn that off, reset the afterburner. And that'll be a 1440p render resolution of 4K.
All right, let's get this stuff unpacked. Duchess calls for my head.
Skip these cutscenes. Reset the afterburner one more time.
Nice and quiet in here, isn't it?
And that seems to put us around 95 FPS average, 1% low sitting at 73, max of 112. Alright, now let's go back to DLA mode, and we will turn the let's actually, with the controller, it's a little bit more easy to navigate here, a little bit. Do 1440p, 1 moment for monitor to respond here. Let me just quickly double check to make sure we don't have any upscaling on here. Okay, DLA, no frame generation. And that seems to put us around 103 FPS average. And he sure can't jump that high. Max of 113. And 1% low sitting at 80. And then just out of curiosity, let's try the DLSS quality mode at 1440p. And that seems to boost us up to 140, 150 FPS with an average of around 141 FPS. 1% low sitting at 96. And then let's go to DLA mode, and we'll turn the resolution down to 1080p here, so 1920 by 1080p. Go ahead and apply that. 1 moment for monitor to respond. Reset the afterburner. And then 1080p native. Looks like we're maintaining around 135 FPS, 1% low sitting at 95, and max of 156. So yeah, just a quick, not exactly the most scientific benchmark, I just wanted to give a rough estimate of how the game plays while trying to navigate through those cutscenes, which obviously ruined the benchmark because of the fact that it lowers the FPS. But just a quick little benchmark, not the best example of a benchmark, but just thought I'd record some footage for Final Fantasy XVI on my RTX 5080 graphics card. If you did enjoy the video, do give this video a like. Want to see more content like this, more 5080 gaming benchmarks, feel free to subscribe. Following this video, I'm not sure where we're going to benchmark. I know soon we're going to be testing out Doom: The Dark Ages, so do stay tuned for that, probably coming up pretty soon. And we'll take things from there. But thanks for watching, appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys around. It brings you Final Fantasy XVI at a bunch of different resolutions and DLSS quality modes. Later guys, peace out, and thanks for watching.